Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little, expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. Get addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HG content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn it back until you sorry try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey everybody, what's going on? How's everybody doing? Come on in. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button and subscribe to the Hood Table if you're not already subscribed. And of course, we do have the membership on our channel now. So if you feel like you would like to become a member of the Hood Table Membership Squad, just click the join button right next to the subscribe button. Hey, Deborah, what's up, boo? Deborah is one of the Hood Table Squad members. Welcome to the chat tonight, Deborah. Thank you so much. Oh, hold up. Wait a minute. This is what I'm going to do as usual. I am going to drop the link just in case anybody feels courageous to jump on the stream with me and discuss the show tonight. I thought the show tonight was lit. So y'all need to first of all, rate the show 1 to 10. What would you rate the show tonight as? First of all, 1 to 10. Let me know. I thought it was pretty good. It gave us some answers this episode on a few things, and also left us wondering about a few things, and we're gonna talk about it all. But anywho, if you want to jump on the screen with me on the screen and actually discuss the show with me, just feel free to click the link. Otherwise, just comment in the chat. But last episode, the way it ended last episode, we saw how Lady May and Bishop, they had went to speak with Tara, who is one of Basie's kids. After Rochelle said her little snide remarks to the Greenleafs, she walks out, waves at a truck, a SUV. And we were wondering, who's in that SUV? I still don't know who's in that SUV. Do y'all think it still was Basie in that SUV? I'm not so sure anymore, especially the way this show ended with who? Did y'all see Fernando at the end of the show? We're going to get to that, though. But anywho, I thought this show was going to give us some details on who was in that SUV, because a lot of people thought that might have been Basie, but Basie is supposed to be dead somewhere on the way to the border, on the way to Mexico. Rochelle was supposed to be in Mexico. This episode when, Jacob went to visit Tara. Bishop went to visit Tara. Then Lady May went to visit Tara. You said you thought something was missing, but I couldn't rate. You rated a 6. A 6. You said Rochelle's hair is the bomb. Yes. You know what? Rochelle, man, she was giving me "I will kill you dead" tease when she was talking to Bishop. And Basie had tried to kill him once. She did mention this episode. I wish my brother. Wish he would have killed you. But Basie is supposed to be dead, but I'm not so sure. I still think that he might be alive and that he might have been the one that was in that SUV, but we didn't find that out this episode. But anywho, Bishop he's upset at the beginning of the show because he had just found out that Rochelle, who laundered a lot of the money from the church and from their personal accounts, who they once thought was dead and who at one time even wanted the bishop dead, she's now no longer a person of interest. And I'm wondering, why is this? Like, they say she made a deal with the FBI. What kind of deal? They didn't go into details on that. I'm like, did she turn her brother in and say he did it? And even if he did, and if he's really dead, he can't even speak for himself. So I'm like, what kind of deal did she make? Or what kind of deal did they make with the devil is the better question. But I was like, giving Tara the side eye, like, do y'all really believe Tara when she was saying, when she came to visit Lady Mae, she was like, I had no idea my sister was in town. She just flew in the middle of the night. You know, I had no idea what she was all involved in with my brother Basie. Like, do y'all really believe her? I don't know. I was giving her the side eye, like, Tara, I don't know. But anyway, Lady Mae, she got to the point where after talking to Tara the second time, she don't know whether to believe her. She don't know whether it's still the will of God to give the house to the hands of Rochelle and Tara. She's undecided right now. At first she was like, I think the house should go back to them, Bishop. I think we should give it to them and we should just move and start over a new leaf. But now it's like, Lady Mae, she was like, I don't know. I don't know if I should give up my home, but will Rochelle be okay with Lady Mae's decisions? You said that is what I found to be strange about Rochelle. Like, what? Something was, something is missing. What deal are we referring to? That's what I want to know. And everybody coming in, make sure you drop down in the chat and comment on the show if you watched it tonight. Share, like, and subscribe. And there's a link in the chat if you want to jump on the link and talk to me live on the screen about the show that happened tonight. But yeah, Lady Mae, she isn't so much convinced anymore about the will. Maybe she needs to do some more praying, some more fasting, some more throwing some oil up around the place. Hey, what's up, Miss Hog? Another one of the Hood Table Squad members. Thanks for joining our membership, lady. You know I love you. Did you watch the show tonight? If so, chime in on what you thought about the show, Mrs. Hog. But what Lady Mae surprised me with, she is basically not so convinced anymore on the will. She first was like, okay, let's just give them the house, no matter what the will said. But now she can't help but to wonder, why would a white woman who owns an estate that size, a plantation that size, leave all that to a little black man named Daryl James? And then not only that, but after he's found burned up in the fire, why did that same white woman who owns that humongous estate, the size of a plantation, leave all that to a black man named Bishop James Greenleaf? Like, Bishop was beside himself that his own wife was speculating that, I don't know, that he might be hiding something, or he might be acting blind, like he didn't see what could happen. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Do y'all think this will was altered, or do you think Bishop is totally telling the truth? Because Bishop keeps talking about in the previews and the stuff that he's talking about, I'm gonna, reveal this secret he's been harboring for all these years. Like, what is Bishop hiding, y'all? What is Bishop hiding? He's hiding something. What Lady Mae did was bad. She had an affair, but Bishop did his dirt too. They forgave each other. They moved on with their lives. They done been through the ups and downs and all arounds. And now we about to find out a big old secret from Bishop. So y'all need to let me know what y'all think he has been harboring all these years. You said you watched it. Something ain't right, y'all. Something ain't right with a couple of these storylines. But Grace. Okay, let's talk about Grace. Okay, Grace and Darius. He had called her from home, informed her that he had to buy a new phone. Somebody broke into his hotel in Vegas, stole his laptop and cell phone. And he asked her, did she still have an email saved from the photos of the escrow files from Kerr County? And when she opens up her laptop, right in front of her face, like she literally witnessed the files being deleted one by one by one by one before she got a chance to email him the copies of the photos. And I'm like, who the heck is that skilled to be able to delete files from her personal computer? Whoever it is, most definitely has some affiliation with Bob Whitmore and or Edith Van Linden. But who did it? Who do y'all think was doing it? Thank you, Ms. Hall. Tell them to like and share and subscribe and click the join button if you want to become a member of the Hood Table Squad. You said you bet Bob is assisting Rochelle. You know what? I think you might be right. I think you might be right about that. Or what if the deal that Rochelle made, Deborah, what if the deal that Rochelle made has something to do with Bob and Edendale and all that? Because I just have a clue that they know something about that too. Rochelle and Basie, that they knew something about that too. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all let me know. You said Bob has some. Yes, he do. Yes, he do. And after tonight, I'm kind of scared for Darius. I'm like, they breaking into your hotel. They stealing your equipment. I don't know. I'm kind of scared for Darius. Like, shoot, he better. Ooh, I don't know what's up with Darius. I don't know where he at, where he gone, who he with. I don't know. But you said there are only 2 more episodes left. I know they need to get it in gear and let us know what the heck is crack-a-lacking. What's going on with all these storylines? It's so many mysteries still left to be solved. But did y'all think it was a surprise, man, when oh boy. Hold on, let me say first of all, Yusef Shabazz, which plays Philip Lamar's father, why y'all didn't tell me who that was? I just found out today. I'm like, why this man look so familiar? I couldn't put my finger on it. Then I had to look it up, and then I realized that the person playing Mr. Shabazz is none other than Richard Roundtree, who played in the original Shaft in 1971. I'm like, why couldn't I put that together? I was like, who is that? But anyway, I figured it out. You said there are only, who is he? Oh, Miss Hall. Yeah, that's who it is, Richard Roundtree. I have to look at him, and I have to go back and look at some of his pictures, and I have to look at him again. Then I have to go back, and I'm like, is that really him? I don't know. I couldn't put it together. I couldn't put 2 and 2 together. But anyway, that's what somebody said. Yeah, Richard. Yes. That's what they were saying, Deborah. That's why I was like, I couldn't put it together. I'm like, I kept looking at the pictures, and I'm like, are they sure? Or maybe it's not. Maybe his name isn't Richard Roundtree. Maybe he played on Shaft, but that's not his name. Because when I did look up Shaft, I saw the pictures, and you know what? Hold on. Let me bring it up again. Because I was like, that's Richard Roundtree. Hold on. Let me look a little closer. Hold on. And then when I tried to look up Richard Roundtree in Greenleaf, nothing came up. So I'm like, is somebody playing with my emotions? Okay, let's see. Richard Roundtree, Wikipedia. That does look like him. That is him, y'all. That is him. I'm looking on Wikipedia. And that man on Wikipedia, Richard Roundtree, looks just like the dude on Greenleaf. It looks just like him. But yeah, it looked just like him. But anyway, y'all look it up and y'all verify it for me, because it do look like him. But yeah, so I just thought I'd mention that because I was like, why does he look so familiar? But I couldn't put my finger on it. But anywho, back to back to Grace and Darius. Saw all the files. She saw all the files disappear right in front of her eyes, and she's like, "What is going on?" I think Grace needs to be careful too. You saw that man at the end, Fernando, the way he was snatching on her. Talking about, first of all, Fernando got diseases. So I wouldn't want him touching me. I wouldn't want him breathing on me. I wouldn't want to be nowhere near him. He is the whole reason why Carissa and Jacob is not together anymore. Now, he ain't the whole, but he's half. Matter of fact, he's not. He's like 85% of the reason, because I think if Carissa would have just cheated on Jacob, like Jacob cheated on her all those times, even though Jacob cheated on her more, he didn't bring no diseases home. So, yeah, I think Carissa and him is like 85%. You said disease. Yes, the disease Fernando. I was so surprised to see him at the end of the show. I didn't think we would see him ever in life again. I really didn't. So that kind of shocked me to see him in the show. And I'm like, where are they going with this? Like, does Fernando have something to do with Edenvale Lending or with Bob? Like, I don't know, child. I don't know. Is that why Fernando tried to get Carissa to take that will and try to get Lady May and them to give up the house? Y'all let me know. Let me know what y'all think about that. We got questions. But anywho, as far as Rochelle, after Jacob came to visit her about the will on the property, what had happened was, now Grace and what's her sister name? Charity. Now more than ever, they really need help to try to figure this whole situation out. So when Charity pulls up to the gate of their property, she was totally shocked to see Philip Lamar's father at the gate. Now, Yusuf Shabazz, I was trying to figure out like what all he had to do with his wife and with Edendale Linden, because he was hush about it and kept on hanging up on people and everything. Hey, baby girl 82. Hey, honey. You said it's J. Devon Johnson that plays you. J. Devon. Okay, I'm gonna have to look him up. J. Devon Johnson plays Phil's father. His previous works include Dear Stan 2019, Nancy Drew, Good Girls 2. Ooh, I like Good Girls. I do reviews on that show. I cannot wait till Good Girls come back. Thank you for clearing that up, because I kept looking and looking. I'm like, that looked like him. Yeah, it is him. You said Dear Santa. Okay. Hey, Lynette, you said you haven't watched it yet. I recorded it, just got off work. I will comment on tomorrow. Okay, see you tomorrow, huh? Make sure you comment on what you think about the show. But yeah, she was shocked to see him at the gate. He finally felt the need to be a help to the Greenleafs, but only if it was to be totally off record with Darius, the reporter. But then after talking to him, come to find out, Edenvale Lending is a mortgage company previously owned by Bob Whitmore in the 80s. And the mortgage company back then sold second mortgages to people who needed cash. And when they couldn't make their big old balloon payments, they would steal their house from them. But they didn't just give the loans to any customers or steal the homes from any customers. From what Smarty Mouth Yusuf, he sure was getting smart. He was all sarcastic and snippy and everything. But he's saying that Bob Whitmore and his mortgage company only targeted poor Black people. Only. Ain't that crazy? And I guess his mother, Philip's mother, you know, the reason why a lot of her name was on a lot of the docs, because she was under the impression that it was Black people working together to help Black people, and didn't realize that the man behind the company was none other than a white man named Bob Whitmore, who was hustling all the poor Black people in the community. They thinking they getting a financial hand up, and they've been swindled and hoodwinked. And all these high interest, big balloon payments and all that he knew they wouldn't be able to afford. Like, remember, okay, some of y'all know I used to work in real estate back in '08 when the real estate just crashed, and a lot of people crashed because they gave all these people these loans. They like gave all these people loans that they knew people couldn't afford, and all these banks was in trouble. And oh God, it was a mess. It was a mess. Yes, they used Phil's mom. They sure did. Predator, Deborah. There you go. There you go. Because of that predatory lending, I got laid off when I was working in real estate after 8 years. Then have to find another job in real estate. Got laid off after 4 years. Then I was like, you know what? 12 years in real estate, lay off twice in 4 years. The market didn't seem to be getting any better back then. I was like, I'm going to change my career. But that's what it was. It was a lot of predatory lending back then. So, yeah. So, that's the 411. Yusuf got all the 411 on Bob Whitmore. So, it's no wonder why he wants to remain anonymous and stay off record, because he could be in danger. Just like I think Darius is in danger. I don't know. I have a feeling. I have a weird feeling that Darius is in danger, y'all. But then after Charity was begging and pleading with him, because even though they had all the information, all the details, she kind of figured if they went to Philip with all this information, there's no way he would believe Charity, especially after all the bad things that they done to Charity over the last few weeks. Since Bob took over the church, find her, letting Judy walk all over her and treat her bad, like she ain't nothing but the dirt she walks on her feet. So yeah, he probably think, oh, she's just upset and she's just trying to, get me to be on her side because she's mad because I left her for Judy and whoop 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 whoop. You said Darius is definitely in jail. I think so, baby girl. Judy works my nerves too. You said, do you think Yusuf? You know what, baby girl? I still think I was about to call him his daddy name. I still think that Philip has some feelings for Charity. But it's still crazy to me because, you have to be, I don't know what kind of person to be forced into a marriage with somebody you don't even like, that you despise. And then on top of that, the chick is still married. Y'all know Judy is still married. And that's another question. Why ain't Judy brought up the marriage as far as, now she told Philip about a couple of weeks ago, I'm not going back to him. There's no way I would go back to him. But why has she never mentioned divorce, settlement, a lawyer, the day that the divorce might be finalized? She ain't mentioned none of that. I have a reason, y'all. Y'all know sometimes I be reaching. I have a feeling that even Judy is seriously playing Philip. Now, I know she's helping her father out with him trying to be senator and all that kind of stuff. So I know she's helping him out by being with Philip, and because Philip is like over the church, and Philip really, 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 really wants to be over the church, and is making Bob look good by having a black man, an African American, over the church. So I know she's helping him in that way, but I still think Judy is playing him. I don't think Judy is planning on even divorcing her husband. And maybe her husband is even in on it. Y'all know I could be reaching. You said, right, how she going to marry Phil? Yes. Like, how? And you up here trying to run a church with him? Like, come on now. How you going to be up on the pulpit and you a whole married woman with a man on the side? Come on now. That's why I think she's lying. I think she never intends to divorce Philip. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. But anyway, when they get to the office, to the church, Charity, she rolls up on Philip and Judy, and she got Yusuf with her. Philip, he was not trying to have no type of conversation with his father. Everything just blew up right in Charity's face. He didn't believe her. He didn't believe his father, Yusuf. He didn't believe nothing. Instead, he went off. He flipped the switch on them and started going off on his father about how he left him and his mother and whoop, whoop, whoop. And all he wants to do is rain on his parade. And, you know, because he is supposed to be the pastor of that church. Which, again, I still don't think is going to happen. I think this is just a whole thing that Bob put together to play upon, you know, the African American, the black people in the community and the black people that belong to that church. That's what I really think. I don't think he ever planned for Philip to run that church. Mm-hmm. Y'all let me know. You said I got a point. You said I don't like Charity's role. This beautiful black woman being shaded by a black man for a skinny white man. No, what did Lady May call Judy? She said some wrinkle, shriveled. Oh my God, I can't even remember what she called Judy. You said Charity is chasing after Phil, panting, disgusting, and weak. She is. I don't know. Is it love? Is it love? She has more love for Philip. If it is love, she definitely has more love for Philip than he has for the church. Because I don't know, he can't see past not having that church. It's like he been working with Bob for years, for over 20 years, and has been just pining away, hoping that one day he would run a church. And now finally is like right in front of his face, like he can reach out and grab it. So his sights on that church is way bigger than the love he had for Charity. I don't know. But what do y'all think about this? Now, Philip right now, he's angry. He's exploded in a fit of rage, went off on everybody, put them out. But can y'all see Philip and Yusuf coming to some kind of understanding and both helping the Greenleafs together to keep the church and the house, the property, the estate, the plantation? Can y'all see that happening? I don't know. You said Bob still playing black folks. Yes. It's a major setup. Charity has always wanted love from anyone. Look at first. The first husband who was gay, and then the other guy who was the musician, the musical director when she was about to go on a world tour and all that. And then he completely basically dropped her when she said that she could no longer become a part of the tour or whatnot. But yeah, she always wanted attention. Then remember when she was on the drugs, she was on the pills, popping pills and everything. Yeah. Charity has always been, she's always been a weird case. She's always been a weird case, but I don't know. I think that maybe perhaps the son and pops might eventually come together and be what helps the Greenleafs in the end. But again, I could be reaching. But what about okay, let's talk about Sophia and Zora real quick. Sophia and Zora, they was hanging out. Zora was trying to figure out something with her phone, and she asked Sophia to help her with her phone. Sophia notices from a notification that Zora got that, and she has some airline tickets, and they were confirming her flight for the next day. Zora is heading to New York the next night for school, and Sophia, because the fact that she thinks Zora is just trying to escape, from being hurt or being angry at her parents for the divorce, she's just trying to rush off, move away from school, move to New York. But the child has no living arrangements. Talking about, I'll figure it out when I get there. I'll just go with the flow. New York is just waiting for a girl like me. I'm like, child. I'm like, child. So of course Zora done snitched on her, done told Jacob and Carissa, and they done had a sat down, a little come to Jesus with her, moment with her. And basically they talked her out of leaving. They, started telling her, if you go, we're not going to pay for your housing expenses, where you going to live, how you going to afford, to move somewhere. But they told her that they promised they would really consider it and think it over, and possibly even find out if one of their relatives up there can, house Zora, so she's not on her own in that big city. And I think that is a good thing. I don't blame them for not wanting her to go. Like, Zora is fresh out of high school. She done made a lot of pretty bad decisions with her life, especially with guys, getting beat on, thinking it's okay. You know what I'm saying? So her moving to New York fresh out of high school, I don't think that's a good idea. But how do y'all feel about Carissa having a change of heart? Yes, New York will eat her up. You said the evening has to be lit for the spinoff to be good. Oh, it has to be magnificent. It has to be off the chain, Deborah. You said you think Zora knew that Sophia would tell something was off with that as well. Yeah, it was. I think the writers are acting. You think that I kind of thought that, Deborah, but it's kind of like, it kind of reminds me of Empire. How at the end, even though it was because somebody lied about getting a foot long at Subway in the middle of the night and then got jumped and tasered and beat and stomped and dog walked through the park, the Empire had to, improvise on a lot of the episodes, the following episodes. So it kind of reminds me of Empire. Like, they really didn't know where to go on the last few episodes. But yeah, New York would eat her up alive. But Carissa, how do y'all feel about Carissa having a change of heart? Like, somewhere in that conversation, she was emotionally moved by how Jacob was pleading with Zora not to leave. He kept saying, we will work this out. We will figure this out. We will find you a suitable place to live. We. And so from that, Carissa, she was moved. She was touched. Tears brought to her eyes. She's like, this is the person who I've been waiting for ever since after we got married. You kept saying we, like you were trying to involve all of us. And because of that, she told him that she would get him joint custody over a little winky dink. Like he didn't deserve joint custody in the first place. And then she packs the rest of her belongings and moves out the Greenleaf mansion. So how do y'all feel about that? Do you think she'll come crawling back to Jacob? I don't know. Or do you think Carissa is gone for good? You said Carissa loves Jacob. Yeah, she loves him. I think she loves him. I think she's trying to hurt him. I think she loves him so much that people do that. They love you so much, you don't want to be with them no more because of a mistake that you made. They don't want to be with you no more. And so you hurt them because of the fact that they don't want you anymore. And so that's what I think it was all about with Carissa. She wanted to hurt him, and hurting him with keeping Winky from him, like not granting him joint custody, that really, really, really devastated him. So I think she did her job. But in the end, she was like, okay, you can I'll grant you joint custody. No more arguing, no more fighting, no lawyers, because they ain't got nothing else. Ain't neither one of them really got no money. Carissa, does she even work at the school anymore? Jacob, he don't do nothing. So there's really nothing. It should be like a no contest divorce. You said Zora, baby girl said Zora ain't ready for New York. Carissa, works my, yes, she does work my nerves. If it was a season 6, I'm sorry, but we gotta find Jacob a new woman. I am so over Carissa. I am so over her. I've been over Carissa though for like 3 seasons. I really never did like her. Even from the beginning, she was so uppity and so bougie and so, and the way she treated Lady May and act like she was too good to live in their house, and then she moved in their house. Then she trying to take the house, and then child. You said I think she'd go back if he wanted to think. Oh yeah, she probably would. But you said Tasha is Jacob. Oh no, don't say that, Deborah. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. I don't know about that one. I don't know. You know what? Honest to God, I still think Tasha knows something. I still think Tasha knows more than what she's letting on. I could be wrong. But that's just how I feel. But, what got me though was Lady May. Like right after Carissa packed up all her stuff and her Uber or whoever, I don't remember how she left the estate. But after she packed all her stuff and she left, Lady May, she's like, okay, there's something that I need to tell you guys. And Grace is sitting there like, no way. No, you're not. Right now, like right now, when Carissa's moving out and leaving her family, you're going to drop this on everybody right now? And then Lady May goes on to reveal to the rest of the family that Bishop is not Grace's father. And that instead, she is the result of an affair that Lady May had with Lionel Jeffries. I'm like, why did Lady May choose this timing to reveal that information? You said Tasha was in love with Jacob because he treated her better than Basie. I think everybody treated her better than Basie, to tell the truth. You said you got your side. Yeah, I got my side on Tasha. I got my side on Tasha too. But Lady May, I'm like, why she reveal that right then and there? Like, I don't know. Maybe she had to get it off her chest because of the fact she keeps talking about new beginnings, starting over, turning over a new leaf, especially if it means them have to turn over the house and move out the house and find somewhere else to live. Is that possibly why Lady May went ahead and revealed that information right then and there? And then after that, she gonna turn around like she just told them tomorrow is Friday. She just turned around like on her heels and said, but we are family. And dinner will be served at 7:30. Y'all, I was cracking up. She turned around, Lady May. Oh my God, I love her. I love me some Lady May. She just dropped that bomb on them and they all up there like, what? Grace, what? You had an affair? What? Dinner is at 7:30. What? I was too done with Lady May. She keeps saying new beginnings, turn over new leaf because of the spinoff. Yeah. And then they talking about, oh, now we see why you light skinned. But then did you hear them say, well, Faith was light skinned too? Was that like little shade? Like, why is Faith light skinned? The dead sibling. Did Lionel have something to do with that as well? But anywho, y'all let me know as far as Darius. Now, I mentioned before that I think Darius is in danger from the end of the show. It did look like he could possibly be in danger. How do y'all feel about when Darius, who obviously still cares, has a great deal of feelings, for Grace, he told her after everything settles down with the investigation, he wants to discuss their future together. And her reply is sure. Do y'all see a future with them together? Do y'all think whatever's happening right now with Darius is going to bring them together? Let me know that. You said, I know, right? I mean, and then as far as AJ, Grace, Noah, um, Grace, okay, so Noah, he was able to convince AJ to go seek counseling, to go to his new doctor, to get some meds, try to seek some help, because he was everything that he's been through, suicidal, all that kind of stuff. Grace was like, how you managed to convince him? Now, Noah thinks it wasn't just him, that it might be what else that got through to him was Bishop promising him that Pontiac GTO if he helps him put the Pontiac together again. Now, didn't I say last week that AJ might be convinced to stay close to home because of that Pontiac GTO? So we might be right. And being that we only got 2 episodes left, I'm going to ask y'all one more time. Do y'all still think there's a possibility that AJ is not Grace and Noah's child? Do y'all have any doubts about that? Do y'all think that the guy who was killed in the police shootout could still be Grace's son? We only got 2 episodes left. I'm not so sure anymore because I'm like, with 2 episodes left, I don't know. It's a lot to wrap up in the last 2 episodes, you think? I don't know. But anywho, his doctor put him on some new meds, which hopefully, they'll work for him. But I'm like, is AJ bipolar? Did y'all see AJ skipping out that doctor's appointment with his new prescription? He was skipping out of there, teasing his parents. He was all happy-go-lucky. And I mean, just aesthetic. I'm like, who is this? Like, is this AJ? He goes on to tell them what kind of medicine, his new medicine. I can't remember the name of the medicine they got him. But I'm like, what else is this boy on? Because I ain't never seen AJ that happy since the first time he stepped foot on the show. So I was like, what the hell? What? Is AJ bipolar? I don't know. I couldn't get over that. But y'all let me know what y'all think. You said I hope we get a 2-hour finale. You know what? I haven't even looked. I guess I could look in the information on my cable and see if it's going to be a 2-hour show, or that would be really nice though. That would be really nice, baby girl. You said it might make it easier for Grace to decide who she wants to be with if Darius disappears. Yeah. I don't think the storyline with AJ looking like is over. You don't think so? I don't know. I'm so unsure. Because I just thought for sure if he wasn't her son, it would have came out by now. But I don't know. Y'all. I don't know. But besides that, let's see. Darius, he did call Grace and inform her that one of the leads that Yusuf gave them panned out. Now, remember, Yusuf said, I want to stay, incognito. I want to stay behind the scenes. I want to stay off record. But if y'all manage to find somebody else who basically co-signs the story that I'm telling you, then I will back it with my own statement. So Darius had called Grace, told her that he found somebody else who back in Yusuf's statement. So he's like, we got him, we got Bob, we got, the lending mortgage company, we got him. It's a wrap. But when Grace got to his house, he wasn't answering the door, he wasn't answering his phone, and then Fernando pulls up behind Grace. I was like not expecting that. I thought it might be Bob. I thought might be Judy. I don't know who I thought it might be. But Fernando, I'm still surprised. Like, what the heck does he have to do with all this? And I think it has been something that's been in works for a long time, since before he gave Carissa that will. So what do y'all think Fernando has to do with this whole situation? Let me know. Let me know how y'all feel about that. Do y'all think Fernando might actually be the son of the white man who thought the property should have belonged to him when it got passed down to Daryl, and then it got passed down to James, to Bishop James. Y'all let me know. You say he probably is bipolar. I'm just trying to see where does Fernando fit in all of this. And again, do you think Phil and his father Yusuf is going to join forces against Bob? Let me know how y'all feel about that theory. And what is the secret that Bishop has been harboring all these years that he still has to get off his chest? Let me know. Let me know how y'all feel about that. You said it's all a setup. I think so. Yes, I definitely think it's all a setup. I don't know where Darius is. Fernando snatched on Grace. She was like, "Get your hands off of me." And he was like, "I can take you to him. I can take you to him." Then he basically told her, "Stay away. Keep your nose out of it." You know, just threatening her. But Grace, we all know how Grace is. She ain't gonna listen. Grace is not gonna listen. So, anywho, y'all, thanks for tuning in tonight. That is all I have on Greenleaf season 5. Episode 6. The 6th day. We only got a few more episodes, y'all, and we still have a whole lot of questions. Like, I got a whole lot of questions, and it sounds like y'all got some questions too. But for the people who come in after the live is over with, if you want, feel free to comment in the comment section on your thoughts about this most recent episode and answer some of the questions that I'm asking you about the episode. So make sure you guys also like, share, and subscribe to the Hood Table. And also click the join button if you would like to become a member of the Hood Table Squad membership. Just click the join button. That's all you have to do. And Google, YouTube will take care of the rest for you. Okay? But in the meantime and in between time, you guys, I thank you for tuning in tonight. Be safe, be blessed, and I am out. Deuces.